Joining us now live is Benjamin Crump. He is the lead attorney for the family of George Floyd, who was killed in Minneapolis a week ago Monday. Mr. Crump, I should tell you, has also represented the families of Ahmaud Arbery, the young African-American man who was shot in February while jogging in Georgia. He's also represented the family of Breonna Taylor, the young African-American woman who was shot in March in her Louisville, Kentucky home after police entered in the middle of the night. Mr. Benjamin Crump, it is an honor to have you here tonight. Thank you for your time.
The honor is mine, Rachel. Thank you for always using your voice.
On behalf of the Floyd family, you have called clearly for there to be criminal charges against all four officers involved in this case. All four officers have now been charged. All four are arrested. We've got mugshots for all four of these officers now. Looking at those mugshots, knowing these charges have been filed, does the family believe this is some measure of justice already?
Well, they are relieved that Attorney General Keith Ellison efficiently came in and arrested the officers finally, Rachel. We all believe that the officers should have been arrested on the first day after they just offered no humanity to a man who was face down in handcuffs and kept their knee on his neck, kept two knees on his back, that our autopsy found compressed his lungs and didn't allow it to contract to intake and dispense oxygen and deny blood going to his brain. One of the witnesses, Donald Williams, who was on the scene, Rachel, said he compared it to a fish out of water as it's fledgling for air, and then its body stiffens up, and then it never moves again. He kept saying, he's the one on the video saying, y'all are killing him. And he said when George stopped moving, after he called for his mama, and after he said, I'm gone now, literally giving a documentary of his death, he said he knew that George was dead. And this was confirmed by the EMT when they said he was unresponsive and pulseless, so that ambulance was his hearse. And so it was right to charge all of these officers for for just disavowing their oath.
This new second-degree murder charge filed today against the initial officer, this new charge levied today by Attorney General Ellison, it alleges that there was intent to kill him. That's the difference, the important difference here. That's why it's such a larger penalty. It's 40 years in prison maximum if he is convicted of second-degree murder. Do you believe that second-degree murder is the right charge?
Well, obviously, we think that the full extent of the law, whatever that is, whether it's first degree, whatever the max is, Rachel, we believe he should be charged. However, Attorney General Keith Ellison told the family he would charge them with the maximum he felt he could sustain. He also told them, Rachel, that if the investigation, as it continues, discovers evidence that will help his office sustain a conviction for first-degree murder, then he would upgrade the charges. And the family was relieved because you may have heard his brother Philonis, who was so passionate saying that the person I slept in the bed with, my big brother, they treated him less than an animal. They should stay in prison for the rest of their lives.
Do you have confidence in the prosecution here in being able to prove this? I just spoke with Attorney General Ellison right before speaking with you, sir, and I raised with him the fact that in Minnesota there is almost zero track record of police officers being convicted of anything they have done on the job. There's one notable exception of a black officer who was convicted after killing a white woman on the job, but other than that, you will search the history books to find police officers convicted in that state. Do you have confidence that the prosecution knows how to do this, that they know how to prove it beyond a reasonable doubt, that they know how to convince a jury?
Well, we do have confidence in the Attorney General and his capabilities based on his track record. Also, this video gives ocular proof, and we get to hear, based on the police body cam video, what they were saying, which would lead to what was their mentalities at the time. But I also believe, Rachel, that it is very difficult to convict white police officers for killing black people in America. I have long argued that we have two justice systems in America, one for black America and one for white America, when we have to have equal justice for the United States of America. I think this case is a tipping point to show America that we have to have systematic responses to this police excessive use of deadly force against black and brown people happening all over the country. And this case can hopefully speak to those larger issues, but for this case particularly, it is going to tell us, can black people in America in 2020 get equal justice? Does America believe in the words of Thomas Jefferson that we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equally, that they're endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, that amongst them are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness? Well, that means black people too, America, and George Floyd, life mattered, and Black Lives Matter.
Benjamin Crump, attorney for the families of George Floyd, also Breonna Taylor, also Ahmaud Arbery. Mr. Crump, thank you for your time tonight. I know this is an incredibly important night. Thank you for helping us understand the perspective of the family here and your own. It's great to have you here, sir.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.